All right, so look, here's the important thing is we've got the game figured out. We're ready to move forward. We're ready to solve some problems. But first, we got to pay some bills. You know what it's time to talk about, Justin Robert Young?
Hell yeah, Brian. Listen, we're all going to die one day. So we really...
Justin, what is it with you? What is it with you and the
I'm dying to talk about Squarespace.
I know. And you start off the sponsor read by saying we're all going to die someday.
Okay.
Really?
Can you let me get to my point?
Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe you're going to save the whole thing. Go ahead. Tell us about Squarespace. Go ahead.
And we need a memorial that will last till the end of the internet. And there's no easier way to do that than by setting up your own Squarespace webpage, which is so easy to set up at a low, low price. And I don't care if the singularity crashes the internet. Those servers will never go down. It's so rock solid.
All right, look, first of all, that'll be the last time I ever tossed to Justin for a sponsor read. Listen, hello, Internet. My name is Brian Brushwood, and I'd like to tell you about a service that I actually use for myself to host my primary business website called Squarespace.com. Squarespace.com.
Look at Mr. Professional. Woo! Look at me. I'm Billy Mays.
All right, listen, can I talk to the people about Squarespace?
Talking about Squarespace. Ted Kennedy.
All right, here's the thing about Squarespace.
Ted Kennedy had a Squarespace. We'd all, be able to go there right now, learn about it. But he didn't, and now look at him.
So here's the important thing about Squarespace. Squarespace is perfect if you run a blog, if you run a business site, if you are somebody who has a side business, or if you just have something to say, you can look 100% completely badass and professional because the built-in templates look freaking amazing. Right off the bat, it takes no effort on your part. Your website won't look like one of those boring, WordPress sites. It won't look like every other blog out there. If you're somebody who knows nothing about tech, it'll automatically look amazing, and you're able to just type in new blog post entries and they show right up. If you are a wizard of like CSS and HTML, you can use all that ability to customize your Squarespace page. It's absolutely amazing, and the best part is there is a free, no-risk 2-week trial. They don't even ask for a credit card number. All you have to do is give them an email. You can log in. You can play with it. Make a joke site. In fact, why don't all of you guys right now go and make some kind of NSFW tribute page over at Squarespace. Go in, log in, give them an email, get the page started. You don't have to give them a credit card. Just get the whole thing started.
Boring.
Dude.
Boring. This Week in Fun did that.
Really?
Right, Sarah?
Really?
Duh.
You know
I
what?
don't know.
Make
This is how you read sponsors?
make
Boring. You're going to die.
All right, go ahead. How about this? Everybody go out and make a memorial site for This Week in Fun.
How about, all right, yes. Talk about how awesome This Week in Fun was.
That's what I just said. You just restated what I said and took credit for my idea.
All right, sure. Whatever. Is that how you read sponsors, Brian? You attack me?
All right. So the point is, create an awesome memorial page for This Week in Fun. I tell you what, next week we'll announce the winner. Whoever makes the best Squarespace This Week in Fun memorial site, we will plug on the next episode of NSFW. But here's the best part. Once you get familiar with the tools, once you understand what a kick-ass platform Squarespace is, you'll be able to sign up using our own special code. Justin, do you know the code, sir?
Oh, that's NSFW, Brian.
Yes, that's right. If you use code NSFW, you get 10% off the lifetime of your order. Now, here's the thing I don't think people realize. The lifetime might be a pretty long time. So as a result, we could save you hundreds, thousands of hundreds of dozens of dollars.
And I just want to point out that that's the lifetime of your order, not your lifetime. So after you die, you can still, your family can keep this page alive and well.
No, and that's good. Oh, is this? Oh, I see. You're bringing it all back now. That's why you brought up death in the opening of this pitch, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. I thought I was a rank amateur. Sure.
Okay, but the important thing is, long after you are nothing but dust, forgotten in the wind, your tribute to the show This Week in Fun will live on through Squarespace, and we'll be happy to promote it right here on NSFW. Get on over to squarespace.com. Use promo code NSFW because not only will you be getting a big fat discount, but you'll be making these guys look good in the eyes of the people who make the show possible. Anything else you want to say about NSFW or Squarespace?
Dude, offer code NSFW, squarespace.com. It's available after you die. Ding!
We want to take a moment to thank the people who make this possible. Talk to us, Justin. Who brought this episode to the masses?
Listen, Brian, there's a lot of walks of life, a lot of ways to make money. A lot of them are cash businesses where you don't have credit cards. Even for those people, you can get yourself a Squarespace.
Okay, so
Want to know why, Brian?
Why, Justin, should people of all varieties use Squarespace?
Well, because on Squarespace, you can sign up for a trial account, right? And you don't even need a credit card, right?
That is true. That is something. They don't ask for a credit card, and you can be online in 5 minutes.
Yeah. And you can set one up, and it's fully customizable. And it can look really, really good. They have all these preset themes. It's easy to move around. If you're not a CSS wizard, it's just really, really easy to put together a site for anything you might want.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, Brian?
No, I'm waiting for the catch here. Yes, all of this is absolutely true. You can
What do you
start a
mean?
Squarespace site right now.
Yeah.
You don't need a credit card. You can be online and live in 5 minutes, and the presets look amazing. Your site can look incredible, and it all is instantly, right?
Yeah. And if you're in a cash trade, like a drug dealer or trafficker, you can set up a website clean and easy that makes sure that you get your message out there to anybody you want.
Justin, come on. Have you talked about this? You can't do that with the drug dealing and the,
What?
and the
No,
extortion.
Brian, see, here's the thing. They don't have credit cards because they just deal in cash.
No,
you can't
I
pay
know,
for
but the
drugs
point is that-
with a credit card.
They're going to need a credit card when they sign up, because when you use promo code NSFW, you get 10% off the lifetime of your order, but they do it by credit card.
Okay, so after they go and they see that Squarespace is the number one option for any kind of web posting, you can make sure that your drug dealing website gets out on all the
No,
forums and
you
everything,
don't
and people
have-
can
don't
you
have-
can bring all the traffic you can, but they have these distributed servers to make sure they never go down. Don't trust your drug dealing business to any old web hosting service.
No, okay, stop,
no.
stop,
You want to go
stop.
on
You can't-
Squarespace.com, and then once you've proven that this is an indispensable part, you can just go mug an old woman and steal her credit
Stop
card.
right now. Stop right now. There is no way that they're going to be okay with us advocating drug dealers coming to Squarespace, all right? Can you
No,
stop
no,
that right
no,
now?
no, 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 no. We're not advocating that. We're just saying.
Justin, stop. All right, look, can I explain the real work here? Squarespace is a platform where anyone who has something to say, whether it's a blog, whether it's my website, schwood.com, actually is a Squarespace website. What's great about it is not only do the templates look amazing, but you can use custom CSS to make it as whatever you want. If you've got the skills, you can customize it as you see fit. If you're a jackass like me who knows just enough to be dangerous, you can let it run itself. And the best part is you get a free 2-week trial if you head on over to squarespace.com, and you don't even need a credit card, Justin. And that's
Absolutely.
That's
Cash money, Holmes.
no, you don't even need cash. You don't need anything. You just get to provide a website or a web address, and you're good to go, right? And
Exactly.
One more thing. Oh, yeah. And then when you do sign up, because you are going to want to make sure to use promo code NSFW, and not only will you get 10% off the lifetime of your order, but you will be somehow supporting Justin Robert Young's ability to perpetually screw up all of our sponsor reads with inappropriate content.
I'll tell you what, folks. If you're pushing that weight, don't let your website crash. Use Squarespace for that app.
Oh, God, Justin. All right, that'll be bleeps. But we do have to take just a moment to thank the people who make NSFW show possible. And they're calling you on the phone right now, and you just hung up on guess who, Justin? Guess who we just hung up on? Do you know?
Your friends and mine, Squarespace. Brian.
Squarespace. Now, here's the thing. Do you know, Michael, do you know about Squarespace?
No, what's Squarespace?
See, okay, now here's the thing, right? Okay, if I asked you right now to make a website and it had to be fully functional within 5 minutes and it had to be so robust that it could handle massive spikes in traffic instantly, could you do it?
I could not.
That's right. And neither could I
Yeah.
or Justin. Or maybe we all could if we used Squarespace. Here's what they do, Michael. Check this out. So all you go to do is you go to squarespace.com, and they don't even ask you for a credit card. You just give them your email. You sign up for a trial account. You get 2 weeks free, and they've got these tools where you don't have to know anything about HTML, about web editing, or about any of that stuff, and it instantly will set you up with a blog, with a place to share your photos. They've got commerce solutions online. It's all super easy, and you don't have to know anything. I'm sorry, Justin, what do you say?
Brian, it's a very, very important time for people who are making websites quickly and easily that need to stand up to massive traffic. You know, as you know, we are only a few weeks to go until the midterm elections. And let's say just theoretically, your new hobby is creating Photoshops of candidates in compromising sexual positions. And that you are going to then use those pictures as blackmail. Well, I know me and my simple brain. I wouldn't be able to figure out how to get them up and make sure that they withstood this traffic when I emailed them to the Drudge Report and Politico. That's why I use Squarespace. Not only does it give me all the tools and options that I need to make sure that all the candidates are photoshopped with both a live boy and a dead girl, but also
Justin.
they have commerce options for which when somebody pays me to take them down, it goes quick and easy. Brian, Squarespace is available right now. Just go over there and support us by using the offer code NSFW. And make sure that your favorite candidate knows that you're handy with the Photoshop and you're ready to take some coin. Election day's right around the corner. Get your October surprise ready right now by going to squarespace.com.
I hate you so much, Justin. This is the
That was
last
good,
time
Justin.
they're ever
Wow.
gonna. This is the. We just lost another. We just lost another freaking sponsor.
No, listen. There's a lot of reasons why you
That should be
Squarespace.
your goal, to lose a sponsor a week.
You just said in the sponsor read a live boy and a dead girl.
In Photoshop, Brian. I'm not saying you really do it. Come
No,
on.
but you're saying you
It's a
accuse. You're
maniac
saying you
talking.
accuse political figures of two terrible things that I'm not even comfortable repeating them, but associated with a sponsor.
No, it's fantasy, Brian. Real fantasy, as far as anybody knows. But, you know,
All right.
promo code NSFW. Go to squarespace.com. And also, by the way, because I'm
Stop,
betting intent
stop,
on losing
stop.
every sponsor that we have,
Stop talking. Stop talking.
please go ahead, @reply Squarespace on Twitter, and let them know that you really love when I sell products.
Well,
Quite a pitch.
It
Quite
was
a
real
pitch.
nice having Squarespace as a sponsor. Well, we did. But here's the point. The point is you don't even need to be super talented with HTML. They know that they make the templates look awesome. You just log in. It's easy to make updates. You can make updates from your iPhone. Their iPhone app is amazing. Their tracking tools are amazing. You can find out where your traffic is coming from. It makes it so
Especially
very
from
easy.
campaign headquarters. Make sure
Stop
you can
talking.
see right
Stop
when
talking.
they show up.
Stop talking. Justin Robert Young, stop talking. Here's the important thing, all right? Now that my co-host has spoken, I think you can understand what I say when I mean it's really important, if you like NSFW, that you use our promo code, especially given how our sponsor reads have gone of late. So what I need you to do is use promo code NSFW, and not only will you be supporting the show, keeping us in business, but you will get 10% off the lifetime of your order. Think about that. If you live to 270 years old, you will save $1 million at least if it's
Absolutely.
invested in a good.
That's the midterm
mutual-
elections. That's the 2012 elections. That's the midterms
Stop talking.
in 2014.
Stop talking. Stop
Literally,
talking.
we can drill down mayoral elections.
Stop talking.
city
Stop
council.
talking. Stop
There's-
talking.
it's
You are
endless.
now
As
on
long as
mute.
the lifetime
You are
order,
now on mute.
10%
Okay.
off the order. It's of course offer code.
You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute. And now you're back. Okay, listen. Promo code NSFW. Let's